C-SPAN's local content vehicles are traveling the country as we look at some of the most closely contested House races leading up to this November's midterm elections.
In Florida Congressional District 2, the incumbent is Alan Boyd, a Democrat. He's a 7-term incumbent. He's been up in Congress for 14 years. He's running against Steve Southerland, the Republican nominee, who won a 5-way primary in August to face Alan Boyd. The National Republican Congressional Committee has targeted Representative Boyd in this election cycle, and they're going to be spending a lot of money, already have, with TV ads aligning Representative Boyd with Speaker Pelosi, with President Obama. I think that it's a part of we're seeing nationally, is with the unhappiness with the Obama administration, with the economy, particularly with all the debate that went on with the health care vote. That was very big in Congressman Boyd's congressional district. He held a lot of town halls that got very loud. It happened in so many congressional districts, and we know how that went down. I think that was a precursor to what this race is going to be like. There's going to be one overriding issue in this race, and that's going to be Congressman Boyd's vote in favor of the Obama administration's health care legislation. In the first round in the House, Representative Boyd voted against the legislation, but then he voted for it as a key swing vote in the second round when it was passed. Congressman Boyd did have a tough primary fight against a long-term state legislator here in the Big Bend, and Representative Boyd won that 51% to 49%, a lot closer than many people thought. Congressman Boyd did not go with an Obama endorsement in that race, which would have probably helped him, obviously, in the Democratic primary. But he did not, looking to the general election, he did not want to have that around his neck. So though the health care vote is emblematic of, I think, the larger debate, which is a referendum on the Obama administration in this race. His background is as a blue dog Democrat, fiscally conservative. He's run in this district and with that fiscal conservatism as the base of his political philosophy. He also has a strong defense with the military presence in part of the district. So he has run conservative, and then that vote for health care runs counter to that in the minds of what the Republicans are going to paint him as. Steve Southerland, he's a funeral director in Panama City. He won a 5-way Republican race in the primary. He's raised a considerable amount of money, but not compared to Congressman Boyd. But he is going to get a lot of help from the outside. In Florida Congressional District 2, it has a majority of Democratic registered voters in this 16-county district that runs along the Panhandle and down the Big Bend. It includes Tallahassee, where we are now, which is state capital, which is highly Democratic, a more liberal center of the district. However, many of those registered Democrats are still old-line Dixiecrats, that though they're registered Democratic, they're very conservative, and they have no compunction against crossing over and voting for Republican candidates. President Obama did not carry the congressional district in 2008, though he did in Florida, obviously. It's certainly a bellwether of how the Democrats are going to do in this cycle, and whether they're going with the off-year election and how many seats they're going to lose in the House. Holding on to Congressman Boyd's seat is going to be key to any hope of doing that, or to limit the losses that are going to be felt elsewhere.
C-SPAN's local content vehicles are traveling the country, visiting communities and congressional districts as we look at some of the most closely contested House races leading up to this November's midterm elections. For more information on what the local content vehicles are up to this election season, visit our website, cspan.org/LCV.